Two nations locked in a geopolitical chess game for decades. Iran and Israel, arch rivals in the Middle East, are making headlines once again as tensions escalate. Is this conflict on the brink of boiling over? And how might it reshape the global landscape? Let's explore the history, the players, and what lies ahead. To grasp the magnitude of today's conflict, we must revisit its origins. Before 1979, Iran and Israel were not enemies. In fact, they maintained a quiet alliance under the Shah's regime. But everything changed with the Iranian Revolution. The rise of Ayatollah Khomeini brought a government that viewed Israel as a symbol of Western imperialism, a narrative that continues to this day. The animosity became deeply ideological. For Iran's leaders, Israel wasn't just a political rival, it was a fundamental opponent to their vision of an Islamic order in the region. Meanwhile, Israel shifted its focus to containing Iran's growing influence. The nuclear question is one of the biggest flashpoints. For years, Israel has accused Iran of secretly developing nuclear weapons despite Tehran's insistence that its program is for peaceful purposes. The 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or JCPOA, brought a brief pause to this tension. But in 2018, the US withdrawal under President Trump reignited fears. Since then, Iran has ramped up uranium enrichment, drawing closer to weapons-grade levels. Israel has responded with covert operations, scientists assassinated, facilities sabotaged, and cyber warfare unleashed. The conflict between these nations isn't confined to borders. It spills into the broader region through proxy wars. Iran funds and arms groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, and militias in Iraq and Syria. For these groups, Iran is a lifeline, and for Israel, they are a direct threat. Israel has repeatedly carried out airstrikes in Syria to disrupt Iranian arms transfers, while Hezbollah continues to amass missiles pointed at Israeli cities. Each action inches closer to a larger confrontation. The Iran-Israel rivalry is no longer just a regional issue. It's entangled in global politics. Iran has strengthened ties with Russia and China, seeking to counterbalance US and Israeli influence. Meanwhile, Israel has made groundbreaking strides in diplomacy through the Abraham Accords, normalizing relations with Arab states like the UAE, Bahrain, and Morocco. But not everyone in the Arab world is on board. Iran has used these agreements to bolster its narrative as the defender of Palestinian rights, rallying support across the Muslim world. As Israel's closest ally, the US plays a critical role in this standoff. Washington provides Israel with billions in military aid and unwavering diplomatic support. On the other hand, the US has led global efforts to curb Iran's nuclear program, imposing crippling sanctions on Tehran. But the US faces its own challenges: domestic divisions, shifting priorities, and a global stage dominated by other crises. How far can America stretch its influence in this volatile region? Lost in the political games are the lives of millions. Civilians on both sides live under the constant threat of war. In Iran, economic sanctions have devastated ordinary families, while in Israel, citizens endure the fear of rocket attacks and rising regional instability. Both nations have populations yearning for peace. But will their voices ever rise above the drums of war? Experts warn that the current trajectory could lead to a catastrophic conflict. The stakes are enormous: regional stability, global energy supplies, and even the risk of nuclear escalation. Can diplomacy still avert disaster, or are we witnessing the prelude to another Middle Eastern war? The Iran-Israel conflict isn't just about two nations. It is a struggle that affects the entire world. What happens next could define the future of the Middle East and beyond. Do you think there is a path to peace, or are we on an inevitable march to conflict? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more in-depth stories from around the globe. Stay informed, stay empowered. Thanks for watching. See you next time.